Hey, Wealth Creation with Options traders. Matt Buckley, the Chief Investment Strategist here at Wealth Creation Investing. And just wanted to give you a quick expiration update because we have a couple positions that are expiring on Friday. Technically, options expiration is Saturday, but obviously the last day you can trade options is Friday. A lot going on in the market, and it's awesome. Absolutely love what's going on. From Obama's open mouth insert foot moment on Friday, where the public sector is doing just fine. Whoops! An hour later, what I meant to say was the public sector is the one that's not doing fine, which is not even anywhere close to the truth. The bloated public sector in these United States it's insane. But anyway, a lot has happened since we last talked last week. A lot of issues in Spain. Sunday, Asia rallied. The Asian markets rallied. Why? Because of news that the Spanish government was going to bail out Spanish banks. Guess what? I have a question for you. Who's going to bail out Spain? Kind of sounds like the United States in 2008, doesn't it? Hey, we're too big to fail. We have banks that are too big to fail, and we're going to bail them out. Super. Who's going to bail out us? So, as you can see, Spanish bonds are just getting hammered. No one wants to buy their debt, and the yield. If I want to buy your debt, you're going to pay me more. Is essentially what it's going on. The highest level on record to buy Spanish debt. This is not good news, folks. So this is bad news. Over the weekend, this coming weekend, we have an election in Egypt where the Muslim Brotherhood might win, which is super because they all want to kill us. Apparently, they don't want to kill President Obama because he's inviting them to the White House, which is super. Sunday, Greek elections, which are going to essentially decide whether or not they stay in the Eurozone. And France also has a second round of parliamentary elections this weekend. In between now and then, though, tomorrow, Wednesday, when we do our live trading session at 1 p.m., two reports come out. Producer prices for and also May retail sales are coming out. Thursday, we get May CPI. Friday, we get consumer sentiment and industrial production. So we have a big week on tap with a lot of reports. What's that mean? Volatility. As we saw yesterday, we had a nice big gap open at the open because of that Spanish quote-unquote good news. But as you've heard me say before, folks, our market is perverted right now. We're rallying on bad news. The news that Spain is bailing out their banks is bad news. We initially took it as good news, and I sold the heck out of this market, just like about every other smart trader or institution, because while there's an initial pop, you got to sell these rallies. Right now, we're up, 108. When I shoot this, we were hovering around break even, up 10. Now we've kind of rallied a little bit. I'm not a believer in this rally at all. There is no good news on the horizon to sustain this market. With all these Greek and France elections, Spain, problems in Spain. And guess what? This week, Moody's, the rating firm, along with S&P, Standard & Poor's, who was asleep at the switch and helped cause our financial crisis in 2008 because they were rating firms that they were getting paid to rate. Wonder why they had such good ratings. But I digress. Moody said this week, and they already did it, they just downgraded about 16 Spanish banks. They also said they're coming out with updates on U.S. banks. JP Morgan, and Jamie Dimon's going to be up on Capitol Hill tomorrow getting grilled about his trading losses from his London unit. All U.S. large financial banks might get downgraded this week. Do you think that's going to add to the volatility? This week is expiration, obviously, right? And we have a couple positions. We have an Apple position that's going to expire and keep in our full credit. And we have our SDS vertical. This is performing as expected, right? We sold 50 of these, the December 14, 16 put verticals. This is fine. This is doing exactly what we want it to be doing. This is a hedge against a big market pullback. So I think this trade's doing great with SDS and also our VXX trade. Our VXX trade, we had 6 of these on, a long-term bet on volatility. We bought those deep in the money, 15 calls, and sold the June 23s to help finance that in-the-money call purchase. And obviously, these June 23 calls are going to expire worthless. We'll get another $63 there. So we're going to collect a full $522 on our VXX position. What are we going to do? And we'll talk about this tomorrow. We're just going to plan on rolling these out to either the 22 or 23 calls as well to keep funding this deep in the money call purchase. We want to pay off this $5,700. Well, let's just say we knocked it down to $5,000. We're going to take a chunk little by little, month by month. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So chunk by chunk, and pay off those VXX positions. So tomorrow, in our live trading session at 1 p.m., we're going to cover a little bit more of this in detail, what's going on this week with expiration, and we're going to add another potential trade to our Wealth Creation with Options model portfolio. Things are going great, though, folks. One of the portfolios I manage for one of our wealth creation companies is up. Let me take let's take a look at the range from March 1st. When I started this portfolio, another portfolio that I manage, to today is up 54%, $24,000 on about $43,000 of haircut. That's awesome. And I actually don't say that too often, about stuff, but that's most hedge funds and institutions would shut down trading the rest of the year if they were up 54% in 3 months, because they don't want to mess that up. They literally would close up shop and say, "Okay, we're kind of done," and head to the Hamptons. And they'd maintain some conservative, covered calls, cash secured puts, or invest in high yielding utility stocks, and maybe sell some upside calls to make a little more alpha. But folks, 54% in 3 months is pretty freaking phenomenal. So tomorrow we're going to debrief our 3 expiring positions and how we're happy with those, and we're going to add some new positions as well to our Wealth Creation with Options model portfolio. So I will see you all tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. I'm actually going to be up in Toronto meeting with some investors, but no worries. That's the beauty of the internet. I'm going to be trading from Toronto tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to talking to everybody and having a great time trading. Hopefully you are as well. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 1.